Once upon a time in the great kingdom of Oyo, where the sun kissed the golden plains and the drums of warrior echoed through the land, there was a prince named Adewale. He was strong, noble, and beloved by his people, destined to rule with wisdom and might. But fate had other plans for him. One fateful evening, while walking through the palace gardens, he stumbled upon a young woman named Nkem, a slave girl who had been captured from a distant village. Though she was bound by servitude, her spirit was unbroken and her beauty was undeniable. Her eyes held the depths of the river, and her voice was like the songs of the birds at dawn. Adewale, despite his status, fell deeply in love with her. He would steal moments in the moonlight to be with her, whispering promises of a future where she would be free. In secret, their love blossomed, and soon Nkem carried his child. But before Adewale could claim her as his own, war came. The kingdom was under threat from a rival empire, and as the first son of the king, Adewale was called to lead his people into battle. He heard Nkem close the night before he left, pressing his lips against her forehead. Wait for me, he whispered. I will return, and when I do, you will be my queen. With those words, he rode off to war. Days turned into months, months turned into years. The war dragged on, and no word came of the prince. Nkem gave birth to a son, a boy who bore his father's strong features and piercing eyes. But instead of joy, she was met with scorn. The villagers mocked her, calling her a fool for believing that a prince would ever return for a slave girl. Move on, they sneered. He is gone, or worse, he has found another. But Nkem refused to believe it. She held onto his words, raising their son alone. She waited by the village gate every evening, watching the horizon for his return. Seasons changed, kings rose and fell, and still she waited. Her son grew into a man, strong and proud like his father. He became a warrior, earning his place among the kingdom's greatest fighters. But Nkem, she aged. Her once dark hair turned silver. Her youthful beauty faded, and the girl who once danced in the moonlight became a woman weathered by time and sorrow. Yet still she waited. One evening, as she sat by the village gate, her body frail and her sight dim, a group of weary travelers arrived. Among them was an old warrior, his armor rusted, his face scarred by time. Her heart leaped. Could it be? But when the warrior removed his helmet, he was not Adewale. The man knelt before her. I was with him, he said, his voice heavy with sorrow. Prince Adewale fought bravely, but he did not return because he fell in battle. A deep silence settled. Tears welled in Nkem's aged eyes, but she did not weep. She simply nodded, as if she had known all along, as if her heart had carried the weight of this truth for years. She turned her gaze to the sky, whispering a name carried away by the wind. That night, Nkem lay down for the last time, and as the moon shone over the village, she finally closed her eyes, her heart at peace, knowing that her wait was over. Moral lesson: sometimes the ones we think will be our forever are always taken away from us when we least expected.